Hey everybody, welcome to AJS News. This is the first of two videos we've got for you today.
Happy Halloween, and let's hear a word from our sponsor that's scary.
Yeah. Oh yeah, just like that. Hey buddy, what are you doing?
What were you doing in there?
What did it sound like I was doing in here?
Sounded like you were making yourself feel good.
I was, with Manscaped's Lawnmower 4.0. When you look good, you feel good. And this will make you look great. Here, you try. Whew.
So much hair. Oh. Wait. Does he dye his pubes?
Guys, don't let unwanted body hair get in the way of your good stuff. Go to manscaped.com/Angry Joe Show for 20% off and free shipping. It's time for a new look. Get Manscaped today. That was scary.
There.
So,
Wash your hands.
wash your hands, Joe. So yes, Manscaped is fucking awesome. They are a badass sponsor and partner to work with. If you enjoy our content, click the link down below. Browse their website. There's lots of different products, not just the shaver. So check it out. And then Alex, let us know what has happened over the past week in game.
Well, an indie game is getting the IKEA is starting to sue them. So there's an infinite furniture store survival game.
What?
Clearly set in like a nighttime IKEA, and IKEA's not super happy about it.
Why though?
So-
That would be good
Bullshit.
publicity right there.
Yeah,
I feel like going to IKEA now.
Well, Joe, that's exactly why they would sue, because they're like, we didn't get any money for this, and you're using our license without our approval, or you're using our likeness without our approval. Now, I assume the horror game, it's blue. The store is blue and yellow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, and they're not dumb enough to put IKEA.
No.
They just made it blue and yellow. Now, I don't know about that, man.
It's a cease and desist right now, but
okay, cease and desist from lawyers from
saying we will sue you.
a fucking strong ass, multi-billion-dollar, company. That's probably going to be enough to scare them. But I don't know. They might win in court if they fought it, but they would just be drained of money, and there's no reason.
Yeah, this is really
I fucking
small.
hate this. So okay, so blue and orange.
Yeah.
There you go.
Change-
you just
change
have
it
to
to-
switch some
change it to red or
blue and
something.
orange. That
Something
sucks.
else.
The premise of the game's kind of interesting,
That's
right?
just not fair, though, because you don't have ownership over those fucking colors.
There is a vending machine that sold blue. Remember we talked about it. You get a little NFT.
An
I own blue.
That's true.
I own blue. In the game, you're stuck in an infinite furniture store, IKEA, and the mutant staff is trying to kill you, and the only way to stay alive is to explore the aisles and use the furniture to craft weapons and fortifications.
That sounds fucking sweet.
Yeah, it sounds sweet. So, but
what is it called?
infinite furniture. The store is closed.
The store is closed.
Yeah.
When the hell is that game coming out? Because I want to play that shit.
Yeah.
If it comes
They
out.
don't plan on to release the
see.
game until 2024. But
Okay. Damn. How the fuck did IKEA catch wind of this?
screenshots and then just immediately, yeah.
All right.
All right. Well, Gotham Knights is a game that you guys have been loving, enjoying, playing.
So plain.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It is just
Hard for us to get through there.
so there was a major patch that that actually had the de novo, the anti-cheat, because who the fuck's gonna cheat and try to crack that game? I don't think people want to play this game anyway, so I don't think anyone's gonna crack it. But they accidentally removed the de novo software, and if you were worried, they just recently added it back. So. They said that apparently it was by accident, but people were able to crack it
Was no
and
accident.
distribute it online. So probably further going to hurt the sales of the game.
Yeah.
Well, if we go to the other company that made the good Batman games, Rocksteady, actually got some bad news this week. Co-founders are leaving the studio. So Sefton Hill and Jamie Walker will depart at the end of 2022 to start a new adventure together in games. Sounds like they're making their own thing.
That's good.
So we're towards the very end of the development for the Suicide Squad Murders Superman game. So evil.
Evil
but-
dies.
So looking forward to
Yeah.
it.
So, but they said now with Suicide Squad in safe hands, the team here stronger than ever. It's time to hand over the reins and for us to start a new adventure together in games. Sounds cool. Wish them the best of luck. Call of Duty is something we also played this last week.
Yeah, a lot of fun with that one.
Yeah,
a lot of fun. Excellent.
This is kind of refreshing because Call of Duty's been a huge down slump, right? Because Black Ops didn't do as well as they wanted it to, and then Vanguard did really, really poorly. Now we don't have all of the figures, but what we do see is in most markets that measure, it's about a 40% increase in sales over Vanguard, and so that major slump that we're in, we're seem to be out of it right now. So Call of Duty's doing
didn't crash so fucking much. We could enjoy it a little bit more.
Yeah, so they're
It's
doing
crashing every other game for Joe on Steam.
If you had it on Steam, it was even worse.
Yeah. Or if you updated the graphics card, there's a story out right now that the latest NVIDIA drivers are fucked up, and NVIDIA's like, oh shit, sorry.
I updated.
Can you roll back your drivers? Yeah.
I updated right before we started playing though, so
and you didn't crash.
But I was on BattleNet and he was on Steam, so I don't know. I think that
a lot of different factors in it, and it's ruining kind of the launch and experience. There's a lot of blame to go around, not just Infinity Ward.
So they're doing really, really well. There are some people who are upset because the Modern Warfare physical disc turns out only has 70 megabytes of data with a 150 gig download.
What?
So you put the disc in and you're like,
and
hey,
download the game.
Small
it's
day
like,
one
but
patch.
I would have done that if it was a digital. So what the fuck?
Yeah, and then one of the reasons that people buy these things is they've got slow internet in certain places, and updates take a really, really long time. And so imagine you have terrible internet, you put in a disc, 150 gig download is days.
Damn,
that is ridiculous.
That's
Jesus Christ.
Now I understand why people are fucking upset. I've always understood. It's just, they need to issue refunds or something, or not do that in the future. So I'm glad that there's a little bit of outrage over that, and we'll see if they put the rest of it on the disc going forward. They'll probably use some excuse. Oh, it's too big. Because the Call of Duty has never really been very good with compressing their shit. They'll just keep getting bigger and bigger. It sucks.
Yeah, and then game preservationists also are saying it's kind of a dick move because single-player campaign and other things, like if they shut down the servers, you're not going to ever get to play those things ever again. It's just like if you paid for the physical disc, you expect to be able to play the game later. And with this only being an installer, you don't get to. So you're not getting what you paid for, and people were very upset about it.
I am happier that it's doing better than Vanguard. It's a good game. Stay tuned for our review. I think we'll review Call of Duty before Gotham Knights. Gotham Knights is such a slog to get through. So stay tuned for that. Hopefully this week, at most next week, but we're hoping this week.
Okay, Bethesda also has announced some things. We're getting a next-gen update for Fallout 4 coming next year. You like Fallout, right? Remember?
Yeah, I like Fallout, not fucking Fallout 76.
Well, this is Fallout 4.
Okay.
Performance mode for high frame rates, quality features, 4K resolution, bug fixes, and additional bonus Creation Club account. We don't have a specific release date. They would be coming sometime in 2023.
All that shit I just expect normally. What the fuck is all that?
Well,
there's going to be bug fixes? Yeah, thanks.
Well, you didn't want the original bugs?
Yeah, okay. What kind of announcement is that? We are working on Far Cry 4 is essentially what that is. Okay, yeah, I know that.
Yeah. So, yeah. Not excited yet? No?
No, not really.
All right. Well, we also got some Fallout TV series reveals. Amazon makes wonderful television shows. I can't wait to see what they do with this one. They did such a wonderful job with Lord of the Rings. So... the Amazon
yeah, but
Fallout.
they did do a good job with some of that fucking Tom Clancy stuff.
That's
you
true.
know, what else did they do a good job with?
Reacher, the most recent Reacher was pretty good.
There's some good stuff on there. It's really dependent on the teams that they hire. That last fucking team with Rings of the Power, those are fucking carnartists, and they fucked it up. And, you know, I think this is a great opportunity to remind me. There's suspiciously no numbers on their earnings call for, you know, the Rings of Power. Yeah. You would think that once the series is over, they'd start bragging about all the numbers.
We did amazing.
Didn't share jack shit in comparison to other series or even just raw numbers themselves. They're just being quiet on their premiere. So... I don't know, man. I don't think it went off quite as well as they try to make it out to have been.
Well, the data we do have for the show that someone actually sent me is their tweets and retweets and their social mentions are less than 1/4 of that of House of the Dragon. So
I don't know if okay, yeah, but on YouTube you watch the numbers, the video view numbers, much higher for Rings of Power videos than House of the Dragon videos. But that could be purely hate watching, and people like, nah, I don't want to watch the show. I'd rather watch your review. That's what that probably is. All right, well, so no confidence recently in Amazon's ability to make TV shows based on legendary licenses. So what's going on the Fallout front?
well, we got some screenshots, so we've got to take a look at some power armor. There, this is coming out sometime in the next. What do we got? The next couple years, right?
2024.
Yeah,
probably.
I think so. Let me look at the release date. But so this is the first time we've seen some things. You get to see the hand of the power armor. We get to see just some first screenshots. So they're in the. We've seen some previous ones that were leaked. That it showed some of the shops that actually do really look really good. Oh no, middle 2023. So we're actually going to get it in early summer.
Okay, cool, good. Because I need something to look forward to. But it's kind of a cautious looking forward to. I need to see a trailer. We'll see how the trailer is. We'll do a trailer reaction for it. I'm sure they'll show that off probably sometime mid-2023. Maybe teaser before that.
Yeah. Well, we were talking about series taking legendary franchises and kind of doing what they want with them. And so we got some bad news, OJ. Netflix Witcher has recast Geralt. Henry Cavill is leaving.
I saw that.
Is leaving. He's not going to be no more bathtub.
Not my Witcher. Liam's not my Witcher.
Yeah, I did a video on this. Go watch that. Expanded my thoughts on it with Patrick in it. And I think it sucks. It incredibly reduces my hype for season 4 and beyond. And, did a little more research. And I realized, I was like kind of wondering, why did he just do this? I think Henry Cavill is unhappy with the writers.
Yeah, everyone's
he's
unhappy.
Very unhappy with the direction it was going in, because if you'll remember, he committed himself to the role so much so that the original author of the books, are like, I love Henry Cavill. He he lends his face to Geralt. He will forever be known as kind of the face of Geralt. And then Henry's like, peace out.
Yeah.
And it's like, so how do we get there? Well, if you look up some of the interviews and some of the things, Henry Cavill is absolutely committed to The Witcher's 7-season plan. So I never even knew this, number one. I didn't know it was a 7-season plan, but we did on one condition. So he says, look, I will do the 7-season plan on one condition. What is that condition? His one and only condition was that they must continue to tell great stories while honoring the author's work. As long as we can keep telling great stories which honor the author's work, I'm all about it. Now, here's the thing. They're not honoring the author's work.
Of course not.
They're starting to make shit up and change shit around, because every fucking show creator, it seems like, recently
put their own stamp
is
on it.
like, I want to put my own stamp on it. I can do better than the author. I can do better than Tolkien. I can do better than fuck it. And so I think, that in combination with the schedule getting busier, his star power rising. He probably asked for more money, and Netflix is like, we ain't got that much money, man. So a lot of these factors in, and that is a new factor that I wanted to let y'all know about. And so we'll have to probably see 4 seasons with Liam Hemsworth, wonderful, who has been an amazing movie star in such films as the one Western that. It was like a straight to VOD Western. And then there was...
He was in the Hunger Games and Independence Day Resurgence.
Oh, God, I hated that one.
Yeah, which was listed here.
Well, okay. Well, I'm not going to blame him too much. It's maybe his agent. But, from what I've seen, he doesn't really stand out as, like, the best.
Yeah. I mean, the writing was on the wall. We've talked about on some of our videos that, they're making a new X-Men series and on Disney Plus, and one of the new writers was just like, and this is what he said, I've been on shows, namely Witcher, where some of the writers were not fans or actively disliked the books and games, even actively mocking the source material. It's a recipe for disaster and bad morale. Fandom as a litmus test checks egos, and makes all the long nights worth it. You have to respect the work before you're allowed to add to its legacy. And I think that's a wonderful quote.
So behind the scenes drama, this guy knows what he's talking about.
Because he was a writer on the show.
Now we have to assume that he's not lying. We have to assume that he's not embellishing. What reason would there be for him to make shit up? Though there is, you know, you're getting spats and fights in the writer's room, you know, who knows? But let's take him at face value. I believe him.
I mean, I have eyes. And even though the internet was mad at me, season 2 of The Witcher was not that great the majority of the time. They did some wild shit with Yen's character that I just don't that I don't agree with at all.
It's more about Yennefer than it seems to be about Geralt.
And all he's there to grunt and say weird things, and that's one thing that Henry Cavill specifically said. He's like, I want to get in
more dialogue.
I want to get into his head. I want to hear what he has to say. And it's just like, no, you're there to grunt at people. You're the setting. You're not the main character. It's like, man, fuck you.
Like, man, and he was already trying to carry the show. So we will get one more season as Cavill.
Because he was contractually obligated to do it.
You can guarantee that we're watching that one.
See how that goes.
We'll see how that one goes. Probably there's more wild diversions from the source material and some wacky choices that probably also contributed to him leaving. So, yeah. But so that's bad news for Witcher, but I got some good news for Witcher. CD Projekt Red itself is revealing that the codename game Canis Majoris that we knew about before is actually going to be a remake of the first Witcher game with today's technology. Now, this is fantastic news because the first Witcher game is rough to play through, and there's a good story there, and obviously it's the start of everything, and so to get an updated version in Unreal Engine 5 and do it right, that is cool. And they're working with Fool's Theory, a other developer, so there's some blame to go around if it doesn't work out too much. But I hope that it works out because I would love to replay The Witcher because it's been so long. And there's sections of it where it's like, oh, fuck. I tuned out that I would love to re-go through it and kind of refresh my memory on how this all began. So it's the first game they made ever. It was a big moment for them then. This is coming from the head of the studio, Adam Budwowski, going back to this place and remaking the game for the next generation of gamers to experience. It feels just as big, if not bigger, than anything that we've done. So I'm looking forward to this game.
That's a remake that I will be.
Yeah.
It's not so fresh in my memory like some of the other ones that I have to.
Resident Evil.
Yeah.
The combat was pretty fucking rough too in it, so hopefully they
tweak it.
Yeah. All right. Anything else that you want to cover in this one?
Yeah. What was it? No. There was was that second video? Halloween?
You have one other one in the second video, yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll see y'all guys in the second video. We want to thank our sponsors at Manscaped for supporting the show. And check out their products. Some pretty good stuff here. And we will see you in that second video. Bye, guys.